All right, so now we have two AC power architectures, we have two load side architectures. The key message here is that we have optionality and we have flexibility. Traditional AC architecture works with current GPUs, and through this sidecar approach with 800 volt DC power, traditional AC power architecture works with the next level of GPUs that are coming. The MVAC architecture that we talked about for better grid enablement and grid tie doesn't preclude you from powering current generation GPUs, and it's perfectly well suited delivering low voltage AC power into a rack that converts to 800 volt DC and unlocks that next level of densification. There is optionality here, and there will be many instances and many flavors of this depending on the customer type and the business model we're talking about. But the next logical step here is we talk about native 800 volt IT and silicon. The next step to this is we talk about centralizing and moving to a more centralized DC power architecture, is one in which the sidecar is no longer tied to the IT, but it comes across and extends across the entire facility. You can move a sidecar into a centralized pool of systems to enable more distribution rather than at a rack level, but at the pod level. But the more meaningful transition that we would drive towards is an MV-connected centralized DC architecture. From our vantage point, there's two parallel paths in order to get to that centralized DC architecture. The first has a higher degree of technology readiness level. It has a higher degree of maturity on the supply chain, and that's what we would call an MVDC UPS. Really, it is a traditional transformer paired to a rectifier that unlocks and enables the MV to DC conversion and distribution at an 800 volt level throughout the site. The parallel path to this, and it's not binary or one or the other, is investigating and driving towards solid-state transformer technology. It promises better efficiency, it promises smaller footprint, it promises fewer reliability points based on conversion. But the truth of the matter is there's a lot of technical maturity and readiness from a supply chain perspective that has to come along. The important takeaway here is Vertiv is developing both paths. We intend to accelerate our development. We intend to accelerate our investment. We want to lead the industry. We want to shape the industry with where the architecture, the innovation, and the evolution of data centers needs to go.